Okay, I'm back. Um, I feel like I'm not gonna know what they're talking about in there. You know, I don't know. I love her to pieces. I really, really do. But I feel like it's gonna be like a different community of YouTube that they're talking about in there, and I'm not gonna know what it is. So anyway, what I was saying before about the Lady of the Dunes is, it's, if nobody comes in, nobody comes in. I mean, that's fine too. Um, then I'll just, end my life, whatever. I mean, yeah, I gave thumbs up. I'm not sure what they're talking about. So, you know, the Lady of the Dunes. Okay. Now, so here we've got, I don't understand how it's possible that they can actually have, what is it, disinterment, like when you exhume exhume a body. And then I understand. I get it. Like when people say, "So we're going to talk about the drama on YouTube," and more people are attracted to that. I do. I get that, and I feel like that's part of the reason why some families and parents and people, they feel like they don't get heard a lot as they should, because people love um, shock value of drama, and they like all that. And I'm not gonna lie, I watch it too and stuff, but sometimes I get confused. I don't know who it's about, and I don't know, whatever. I don't really know. But I can't imagine that this guy confessed to a murder that they claim is still unsolved, and yet it's not. He clearly says, I could tell them who that is, but I won't because of the way the police had treated him, is what he said. Tad and Clark. And I think to myself, that's so horrible for the family that they could get answers, you know? They could get answers. And how is it possible that in this day and age, with technology how it is, um, them, for them to say they weren't able to get any DNA? I mean, if there was sexual contact, okay? If there was sexual contact and she was laying on the beach, okay, on a blanket, I'm willing to bet that she probably had suntan lotion on, okay? She probably had suntan lotion on or some amount of sweat. And I just, I can't imagine that they can't identify that woman, that she's been exhumed that amount of times. A killer confesses, and they feel like, as opposed to using all of their resources possible to make Tad and Clark have to tell them who she is. She's someone's daughter, right? He clearly stated he could tell them who she is, but he won't. And instead of, I mean, put him in solitary, and I mean solitary confinement that's um, like not comfortable. I hear that criminals that get put on death row, they sometimes will kill somebody, like a prisoner, another prisoner, to get the death sentence because on death row, they know it's going to take forever anyway. And plus, I've heard they actually get treated differently, better almost. They're given more security, more safety. It's a smaller, you know, like death row isn't as big as the regular cell blocks and stuff. And I mean, I can't imagine that. Hey, random person. Yeah, I'm back because it was bothering me that I cut it off when I started talking about Haddon Clark and the girl, the lady of the dunes, the Cape Cod one. Because my somebody who's on YouTube, their child, not child, they were like an adult child. Something had happened to them, and I'm hoping tomorrow they'll come on my live stream. Um, uh, they go through no closure. So, in the same sense that this serial killer killed this woman, that I've heard of it so often, being from Massachusetts myself in Massachusetts. This guy confessed to that murder, says he knows who it is, right? And yet, for some reason, the police have I guess more than once or twice have exhumed the body and tried to identify the body, and yet they still can't. And I just find it hard to believe that anybody in this day and age can't, you know, have they, okay, all right. When they've exhumed the body, why don't they, now that money to that, right. I mean, this guy was out of his mind. And here's the thing, too. I mean, came from the family that invented like clear plastic saran wrap, you know, not particularly saran wrap, possible, but came up with it basically. They had money. His brother also was a murderer. I mean, for instance, right? We've got, remember the one, remember that movie, I Know My Name is Steven? See, we're talking here, this is like about people's lives. And tomorrow, I really hope my friend comes on here and talks about how it feels to not have closure, about when there's some of the injustice lies within the system of the police, and how something was investigated. Because I do a lot of research on murderers and killings and serial killers and undetermined deaths, missing people. I do a lot of research on that. And the amount of people that get no closure, The amount of people that get no closure about where their child is, or what do you mean? My kid was, very happy. Was they had plans? Their daughter's birthday. This is an example, but I've heard it a lot when it's a woman who's missing, an older woman, not older, but an adult age woman with children, and maybe one of their birthdays is coming up, and they bought presents, they've invited people for it, and then they say, this person killed themselves, right? And the parent is saying, or the person has disappeared, maybe not even killed, right? Maybe the person has disappeared, and the parent is trying to say, no, they wouldn't disappear without saying, here, take care of me. They wouldn't do that. They love their children. They've organized a party. There's certain things that people would do. And how is it possible? I get it that from, okay, so say the woman was in her early 20s that they found, the lady of the dunes, right? Say she was in her early 20s. They find her at 74, so that, you know, 2016, 46, 47 years ago. If her parents or sisters are still alive, and they could be, and they could be, do they mean to tell me, yeah, they all just don't go missing? And that's what they say. They go, oh, it's not a crime to go missing as an adult. Yeah, but what if they're missing because of a crime? You know? It's not like, oh, if, they come across them and find them and the person says, yeah, I just needed to get away, blah, 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 that they're gonna, be in trouble for it. But the bottom line is, I honestly think the majority of people do not just leave. I mean, if people just leave, even runaways, I think even if a child has run away, the police should aggressively find them. You know that? Like, say that you are a single mother, right? And you got three children. You got a 15-year-old, you got an 11-year-old, and you got an 8-year-old. Okay? And one of them has run away. Yes, okay, they ran away. Maybe they left a note saying they're running away. Okay? Look for them. The police. Not it shouldn't, not that the parent wouldn't want to, but what are they going to do? Drag around their 11-year-old and their 8-year-old, miss all that time off work? That's the police. Is their job. One I watched, um, and here's the thing, though. Here's another thing. When I was watching the documentary about Adam Clark, he said that he had done these things, okay, to at least 12 girls. And at the end of the documentary, they said that they had allowed him and his friend Jesus, okay, to go and show them where these bodies were supposedly buried, okay. um, if he, I just, I mean, I just have to wonder, isn't it possible that he was, I mean, here's this guy, he's saying that he was using fingers, he used the fingers of some of the people that he, you know, killed to do surf fishing, okay? To do surf fishing. And what did he do then, like with the fish? I mean, did he? I can't even imagine. I can't imagine that this guy was out that long killing all these people and getting away with it. And the Cape is not that huge. I mean, those towns are small. I'm definitely going to do more research on this particular case. If there was somebody up on the panel with me right now and I could like go out of the panel and know that you guys could hear me when because I really, really wish I could go more into it and know that you guys still hear me, who's ever here. At least I know random's here, but and I appreciate it so much because it was bothering me so much in my head about the fact that he, they don't think there's anything wrong with deeming people dispensable, like discardable, and not worth an identity. When they kept digging this person up, like exhuming this woman to try to identify her and not being able to, what were they doing exactly? What tests were they doing? And why not? Like, I gotta look more at this Adam Clark just for a second. I'll be right here. You know what I'm actually gonna do? I'm gonna look up missing women in the Cape. Or no, Jane Doe's of the Cape. That guy said he killed 12 women. I mean, seriously, they cannot even tell me that. They didn't even talk about his storage unit that he had in Rhode Island either. You know that? They didn't even talk about his storage unit. Like what was in it. Makes me sick. Think about it. Well, look at him up. 1986, state apprehended 1992. After years of silence. Let's see. I don't know if you guys can still hear me. Currently incarcerated, born and grew up with alcoholic parents who were abusive to their four siblings. His mother would dress him in girl clothing. One of his brothers, Bradfield Clark. All right. I mean, really. That's insanity. I don't know. And, that's fine. There must be somebody else who's like, I mean, really, who cares about, serial killers getting away with killing people all across the country for years, right? That's such trivial, petty bullshit to, doxing people. Cares about people killing people, right? Random? Gives a crap. That's not important. You know? Isn't that crazy, random? Isn't it? It's sad. Really. What happened, if you don't mind me asking? Did they kill like in self defense or kill their like what happened? You know what, random? This guy's older brother killed his girlfriend, cut her breasts off, and ate them. And they wouldn't think that it could have been a good possibility that when her brother, I'm sorry, when his brother and he skinned the man's head. The husband found out the wife was cheating and skinned the man's head. All right, I'll look it up right now. Hold on. Oh, my God, my cat is an asshole. Ow, God took her stuff. I don't know if you can still hear me. The wife was at a restaurant and the husband went and killed the dishwasher. Okay, so the silver swan. Okay, hold on. Fucking dog. I mean, that's a dog. I'm still looking. I'm sorry. It's so hard for me because I don't have anybody, like in the on the piano to tell me if I can hear if they can hear me. It's almost. I don't know. I have to find the wife with. I remember going to the. Yeah, I have to search for it after because there's a couple of murders in the 90s. Cheating. I'll have to go and search for it. It's hard because I can't tell if anybody like when I go out and look if anybody can even like hear me. I'm barely around. Let's see. I'm not gonna lie to you, random. It kind of seems like there's a lot of freaking murders around that place. Something about a headless ghost and stuff, and stuff like that. I mean, I gotta do more research on that. Definitely will. But obviously, there must be something going on. A live stream that's like I don't know. I'm gonna even take a look right now just to see. I don't have. Hold on a minute. sucks to not have anybody like on the piano to tell me. And I can hear. But yeah. You know what? I'm gonna yeah, find it tomorrow. I'm gonna get off here. There's like 30 people over there and I don't know. It's fine. I mean, it's okay. I don't mind like because I know this isn't as juicy, but probably would be if anybody had lost somebody and never got any kind of closure or, correct um cause of death. But anyway, so have a great night, Random. Thank you for sticking around. Peace, love, and tacos.